Well, I can't really change that. It's gonna be where it is. Yeah. All right. Cheers, everybody. How's it going? Can't fix that sun issue, man. Sorry about that. Boom, bada, boom, boom, boom. There we go. Try to block it. So on Thursday, Denny Thompson is not available in the evening. He's got to do it earlier, probably, about this time. So here I go. I don't know if we're going to do a pre recording or we're going to go live. I know we're going to use StreamYard though, but it'll be Thursday and I'll figure it out then. Or actually, I'll try to figure it out tomorrow. I don't have access to StreamYard until tomorrow. I'll get with him backstage. We'll figure out what to do. Is it going to work if it's a pre recorded video and I drop it, Or should we just go live earlier? You know? I think maybe we should just go live earlier, but I'll talk to him too. I mean, it's not all my opinion. It's not all up to me, I mean to say. My opinion is all my opinion, but it's not all up to me what's going to happen. Eh? Cheers. Thanks for the like. I appreciate that. What's going on? What's going on? Cheers. Whoops. Sorry about that sunshine, man. I mean, it's okay because it's freaking cold, to be honest with you. It's cold. You know? I'm real close to be wearing a jacket out here, but I'm trying not to. No one's gonna take you from my heart. So yeah, that'll be a little bit different, man. Maybe we'll pre-record the video. I think. I don't know. Don't know if there's much hot this time of day. I suppose I also have to consider where I'm going to shoot. Because like I said, having the sunshine right behind me, that ain't that great. Damn, I can't get this congestion out, man. Excuse me. But no one's gonna take you from my heart. And I cursed the day that I ever met you. It's cold, man. It's cold. I'm gonna go get my jacket, man, or my coat. This is fucking cold. It's simply too cold, man. Simply too cold. Whoa. Awesome, man. It's cold out here, though, to be honest. What's up, kid?
Not much. What's up with you?
Not too much, man. I'm chilling.
Yeah, I was just wondering if eventually, at some point, I'd go to Dollar Tree get us like a snack and a drink.
No, because we got food coming, man. We got Amazon delivery, Amazon Fresh.
All right,
Amazon Fresh.
there goes the thing I want. Okay.
Well, I apologize. You can go walk there if you want. Take a walk. But, we got Amazon Fresh coming, so excuse me. Excuse me. If you want to take the walk, though, that's fine, kid. You do it? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so it looks like Danny Thompson, he can't come in the evening on Thursday. So I think we'll try to pre-record it and push it out in the evening. You know what I mean? That'll be the deal. Hopefully everybody's cool with that. You know what I mean? Not something I do often, but hey, going live this time of day, it just wouldn't make sense. We'll pre-record it and put it out later. Cheers. Hopefully it'll at least sound good, right? Better, I guess. Mm. I need to get my daughter a haircut. She got a lot of hair right now. They do only take cash though. I cut it probably the last two times, but the other lady who cuts it, Jeannie, basically the only person who cuts it. So we'll get up there. Jeannie cuts my hair decently too, but I really like the guy. You know what I mean? Like, because the guy, see, it's easy to get exactly kind of the haircut I want. I'll just say, hey, I want a haircut like yours, except this and this and this, and then I get perfect, right? Because I'm already complimenting dude, like yours. Try my best to be kind and complimentary and, keep everything cool with everybody. Come on. I see people that are antagonized before they get into the interaction. They're ready. You know what I mean? Shit's bullshit. People are just out here making a living, man. Treat them with respect. Treat them with respect. No one's gonna take you from my home. Dum, 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 dum. I'll be harder than your husband to get along with. Harder than your husband every night. Harder than your husband. Harder than your much, much, much. Much, much, much. It's cold out here, man. That's the reality of it all. No one's gonna take you from my heart. I've got this really cool, weird old robot. That's what he does. That's a trip. That thing's a trip, man. Cheers. Excuse me, man. What's up, Space Monkey? How you doing, brother? Yo, it's cold out here, man. I had to get this. I was like, nah, I don't want to show, not show with a t-shirt, but I had to get this. It's cold out here, bro. Got that problem behind me. Little outside action, yeah, yeah. And this time of day, because actually Space Monkey on Thursday, see, it was fun to come out here with the thunderstorm behind me, right? That was cool. And I'll do that again when that happens. But so Danny Thomas, Tom, why did I say that? Thompson, Danny Thompson on Thursday, he can't come in the evening. He's going to be busy. So I think we might do it this time of day. I don't know where I'll be. I probably will be outside, but I don't know if that's a good live time. So I think we might pre-record it and put it out later that night. So we got to work with the schedule or do it another day. I'd rather work with the schedule right now and just try it out because if he's happy, he'll come back. You know what I mean? That's awesome. He says he doesn't want to play guitar this time, which is cool because we'll be on StreamYard. I'm trying to play 5 or 6 of his songs, really, but there's a time limitation there too. So, but he's giving me tracks to play, so there you go. There you go. We'll pre-record it. We'll send it out as a canned video. I mean, maybe that's not what I normally do or whatever, but he can share it on his social media. Maybe I'll share it, and hopefully people will catch up. What else can we hope for? As long as dude's happy and I'm happy. I haven't really talked to him about much in the background because I want things to be just see what vibes and share stories. Yeah, yeah. I think that's the deal. He doesn't really want to play guitar. He was behind the guitar to be comfortable last time, and he's working really hard on he's gonna do acoustic solo gigs coming up. So he's working really hard on rehearsing all that, because it's not stuff that he plays often. He plays with another band. So he's going to rehearse that. And I was like, well, you could do that too, play some acoustic, whatever. He doesn't want to. That's cool because he wants to visit and share stories. And I can play some of his tracks. So that's what we'll do. We'll probably have to can the video and put it out later that evening. I don't think in my StreamYard I can schedule it as a live, even, like a broadcast. So it'd probably just come out as a canned video. Like I said, not the normal thing for me and my audience, so that's okay. That's okay. We'll do it, man. We'll do it. I'm sure he's got so many stories to tell, and I know that. But... So I hope everything found you well, Space Monkey. Yeah, anything I get between now and Saturday, which is my birthday, I'm to keep until Saturday. Saturday, I'll definitely do a birthday stream, and I'll open up, things I get between now and then. My birthday shiz. So yeah, my only like hesitation or any issue is that it won't be live. I guess that's okay. That's okay. I don't know what kind of mini magic happened on Friday. I guess when I shared a little short, but man, I got a lot of. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it, man. I don't know what that little curse with the with the tree of life bracelet was all about. I can't remember. So, but I know the little paper was torn up, so I know there's something on there. Put it back together. Probably some sigil shit. Can't remember. Do you do a DJ show, Dr. Space Monkey? You should. I mean, I should too. I shouldn't be doing this at all, but you know how the fucking I can't do the music thing here. Not very well, with the copyrights. Man, I've been getting hit a lot lately because their software is better. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Their software is fucking better. They're spiders. Spidering around, trying to figure out what content we got. Hey man, my channel, I don't know. I don't think it's categorized. How do I categorize it? It's not a gaming channel, but anyway, I don't even know how to categorize it if I knew what category it was. Alco Cinema, but they don't have that. Not a bad idea. Yeah, I loved it. I did it remotely. It was a Canadian website, but I did it from Virginia. Um, 10 o'clock every Tuesday, 1 hour. I would prepare. It took me 3 days to make the show. It really did. 3 days. Because I would make CDRs, take a walk and listen to them with the music, and then just be like, nah, cut that track, move that track, blah, blah, blah. And then I would pre record my in betweens. I announced every song pretty much, like you should. And I pre-recorded my in-betweens on headphones, so they were stereo and phasing. I would move the headphones. It was stereo phasing. I used a different voice. It didn't sound like me like this. Again, it's Canadian, right? So I used a different voice, and it was higher pitched. Sounded like a college kid, I guess. I don't know why. It just seemed to fit the other crew, right? So I got to a point of being the number 2 and the number 3 show, although the number 1 show, Drive Time 90s Hits, you know what I'm saying? Like they were well above any of us. Like, so that was the main show. She bought the whole company from the dude who used to own it because her show was so big. She was like, "This is my radio station," you know what I mean? So there you go. Cheers, everybody. That's awesome. Those were great times. My whole thing was try to keep my talking down to 5 minutes. So you got 55 minutes to cram the music in. Keep your talking down to 5 minutes. Put all the in betweens in, the name all the songs, all that good shit. And I said to them, I don't want to do this unless I can play whatever I want. And so that was it. And I said, give me 1 hour, I'll alienate everybody with these songs. You know what I mean? That was my goal. Share your links, man. Share your channel links. But yeah, I fucking loved it. And they did. They let me do whatever I want. They were like, oh, we'd like you to tag everything up and put in the meta tags. And I'm like, dude, I'm pulling everything from vinyl. I ain't doing that shit. I'll tell everybody what it is. That's my job. I'm a broadcaster. Boom, boom, boom. Speak, you know? What's up, Anthony? Yo, Anthony, is it chilly where you're at, man? I tried everything not to put this coat on and just be out here, like, you know, but I couldn't. It's too cold for me right now. Is it cold where you're at, bro? I mean, past 2 days, you know, we had that thunderstorm overnight a couple days ago, and it's been cold ever since to me. Yesterday, me and the boys took a walk for quite a while, and usually when they're coming back, you know, you're all warmed up because you've been walking around, you know. 40 degrees, bro. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. That's cold. You know, when I was a kid, of course, I love the cold. Kid in Maryland and go to DC, it's fucking go to rest and it's 2 degrees colder. You know what I mean? Like always doing that shit, and I didn't care. I love the cold. I'd walk around, you know, shorts, whatever, you know. But old person don't like it. You get older, you got to get grumpy about everything, you know. You might. You got to peace out, get back to work. Yeah, man. Keep making that money, man. Somebody's got to do it. Hell yeah, Space Monkey. See you soon, bro. Hell yeah, man. Space Monkey, do you have CD player, cassette player, a vinyl player? What do you got, man? Because, you know, if I send you some music, I got to make sure you can unlock it, you know? Anyway, no need to answer now. Get back to work, man. Excuse me. I need some water. Abba Zabba, you my only friend. I need some water. Yo, what's up, Tasha? Cheers. How you doing? Nice to see you, as early as it is. Man, we had to get maintenance to replace our toilet assembly, you know, inside. It's your bedtime. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, sweet dreams. So we had to call the maintenance company to come, or you know, the maintenance crew here to come in and fix that. You know, change out the toilet assembly inside. It just wasn't filling up water anymore. Boy, it was so. I mean, we've been here, I don't know, 8 years, but it was so old and like inside everything was like rusted out. It was terrible, you know. I was like, man, you know, I hope you guys brought it. He's like, we got it, you know, because they know we've been here for 8 years. He's like, no, we got the new one because I was like, there ain't no point coming in if you don't have it. And my son's in the shower. Give me 2 minutes, you know, because it's a bathroom, man. You know, with all these kids, they got to run back and forth all the time. We had to get that shit fixed. You can't sub to people? Oh, well, I'll fix it. I'm sorry, Tasha. Tasha, you remember you timed out somebody so long ago. Don't do that anymore. That's all. I'm sorry. Please drop your link so she can sub up, eh? You're on your way to the store. Just wanted to say hello and smash that like button. I appreciate that, Anthony. You know I'll be around, bro. And always see you on off grid too, right? So hell yeah. It's mad not to be a mod. You're a mod. You're a mod. You're a mod. You're a mod. You know. I know. And you know, it's not only that, Tasha. Right now, you know, first of all, I work with a phone, not a computer. So I can't go into the block list and say one off, one off, one off, one off, mod, one off, one off, one off. Basically on the phone, it's so small and you have to use the browser extension, right? That I just press clear all, you know, and then the people I've been modding back for different reasons. If I think you're a target, then you need a mod as a shield so that nobody else kicks you out, eh? That's important. But if you express to me, hey, I want to be able to go to other people's channels, I need the mod. Bam. Ever said the same thing. He got the mod back, you know? No issue. Just please let me know. You also use your phone. Yeah, it's like It's so much easier with a computer. I just don't have one yet. After we do our taxes, because they already know they owe me money, you know. But after we do that for this year, even though they owe me back, you know, we'll do that for this year first, and I'll get myself a laptop. Start from there. I'm not even. Maybe I won't get a laptop. Maybe I'll get. I don't know what kind of PCs are left, but maybe I'll get a chunky PC. You know. You sent me an email. Damn it. I don't know. I missed it. Maybe it was on Saturday. I'll look. I'll look. Oh, this Saturday. This Saturday will be my birthday. Yes, yes. Thank you. Tasha, I'm gonna have a StreamYard stream on my birthday. You can come up and I'd like people to come on and off, you know. So yeah, please, you know. I don't know how that's gonna work with your bedtime either, but it's starting to warm up. A couple of clips here. I can probably take this coat off. All right, Tasha. Thank you. Please do. Please do. Thanks for the 4 likes, everybody, man. Thanks for those stopping by to do so, you know. I think I warmed up enough. I can take this damn coat off. I'm glad. I hate sitting wearing that. Bulky in my way. In Afrikaans, yes. As you shared, a happy birthday for my daughter in Afrikaans. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. I look forward to that. And now I'm chilly. Oh, it got me. Oh, big sissy. I need to go shave. It's bothering me. Vilgalix? Liv Matij. I don't know. Vilgalix? Liu Matij. I'm trying, you know. Matji. Vilgalix? Leo Matji. I guess it's not Monday enough, right? It's Tuesday. I'm trying. But no one's gonna take you from my heart. It does make me chilly. Like it's just enough to bother me. You pronounce it on Saturday. Thank you. There you go. Yeah, I'll try to learn. I learned a lot of languages in a very cursory manner a long time ago, but I was always interested in that. So I would go to the library and get the tapes, get the cassettes, and with the little book, be like, "What's Hungarian?" You know, and try and try. And I did okay, but your brain changes over time, where you know it's harder to retain that information. For me, I was a super sharp individual, you know, mentally, but that was a long time ago. Damn it, I don't like that, man. It's too cold. Shit. Like it's just a little bit. What time is it right now? Hold on. It is. It is 4:11 p.m. 4:11 on Tuesday. 4:11 p.m. on 4/8. That's why that sun's right there, you know? It's at that, I guess you would call that a 3:30 position, you know? 7 hours difference. Big difference. Big difference. Whoops. So you're going to bed about midnight? I did my finger numbers, you know, about midnight. Or I don't know. My daughter will be home within this hour, somewhere between 4 and 5. You know. Oh, 10. Okay, that's early. That's early if you ask me. But you get up early, so. Whew. You had a phone call at 10 o'clock. You must be serious, eh? I mean, or that late? Must be serious, is what I mean to say. At 5 in the winter. Okay. Yeah, it's very early. Yeah. I wake up at about 7:10. You know, but I kind of don't have to. You know, I go and say, "Hey kids, you ready to get on the bus?" You know, just my daughters. You know, but my son takes her to the bus, so I say, "Hey kids," you know, and I check in with them at that time, and then I don't have to be up, so I'll probably lay there till 9, just with the ear open. You know, I don't even sleep without an ear open, so you know what I mean. That's the way I've always, since one of my sons. You know, he used to have a thing with running away in the, you know, just not telling anybody when he was a baby kid and just going out the door. So back then I started sleeping by the door, and ever since I got one ear open. You got a call from the USA. It's not me, it's a scammer. It's not me, it's a scammer. No, I don't know. I'm just kidding. So many scam calls, right? That's why your phone usually rings. It's usually some nonsense. Oh, it's your brother in law. Good for you. Yeah, I'm glad. So your brother in law is in the US. Wow. You should come to the US. No, not you. You're good. You're set up. You should come to the US though. Boom, 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 boom. Could you be loved? Then be loved. Oh, that's empty. In Mississippi. He's not far from me then. Yeah, he's not that far. Yeah, man. Our farmer, yeah, she moved from Ohio to Southern Virginia, become a successful blueberry farmer, man. What an awesome story. I think her and her husband are having some issues. I really do. Woo. But that's life. Especially when you got kids, man. Got to make extra extensions to your significant others when you have kids, or at least that's what I think. People do whatever they want, but that's what I think. That's your responsibility, man. More important than anything. Cotton farm? Yeah, yeah. That's wild. You guys are industrial, man. You guys are miners, huh? And I know that. I mean, I know that, but hey, that's awesome. I ain't gonna have a farm, but I will have one plant this year. I'm just working on the soil right now. I gave my wife most of the seeds. I don't know what she's gonna do with those, but I just kept one because it's like one or nothing. If it doesn't grow, it doesn't grow. Oh, and he's a mechanic. Okay, big yeah, big engines on that machinery in the farm. You know, big engines. That's some heavy stuff. Your brother-in-law must have huge, strong biceps and arms, right? Yeah, for sure. Messing with all that metal, that stuff's heavy, and you gotta bend it. John Deere, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's big equipment. It's got to be strong. Yeah. So he's married to your sister. That's cool. It's good that he's strong and industrious and working hard. And he's also you have to be educated to work on John Deere's. Oh, your husband's brother. Okay. Okay. I forget about all them, familial ties, what they mean. I've got so few family left. That's the way I see it. Because my mother, in her area, her cousins, they're not really her cousins. You know what I mean? They're just affiliated, family affiliated. So my actual family is tiny. Whoops. Dead. My mother died in October. She's dead, Tasha. My dad's okay though. I mean, he's got a problem with his hands and feet, neuropathy, but she's dead, Tasha. Mm. It was my youngest sister's birthday on 6th, but my oldest sister called me because she was all upset because she misses my mother, you know, and there's nothing I can do with that. And also I'm dealing with stuff myself. I had to tell her like I'm somewhat emotionally unavailable for this. You do understand there's no way around this. Like it's not going to change. That's it. It's forever. She didn't even call my younger sister to give her a happy birthday. I mean, we did. We did all that. We called everybody. We called my dad Happy Fatherhood Day. We called my other sister Happy Sisterhood Day. Other sister Happy Sisterhood Day. Primary sister whose birthday it was, and sang the song on the answering machine. And then she called back. She was very touched because that was what my mother would do. I mean, we've been doing it for a couple of years too. Yeah, it's okay, Tasha. It's okay. I'm glad my mom didn't have to come home and start like some sort of medical routine or something like that. She didn't want anything to do with that, trust me. So for her to go out in a minute and a half as she did, you know, that's the best thing. One breath in, half a breath in, one breath out. I do have your address. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. International shipping's crazy, so I would have to probably contact somebody near you to send something to you. But I do have your address. I don't even know if it would make it, right? If I sent it international, I don't even know if it would ever make it to you. I have little faith. Just before COVID, yeah. Yeah, her mother died in the COVID period, and her uncle died. I mean, her brother, my uncle, died in the COVID period, and uh, boom, boom. My second best friend was over there with my grandmother. He died over there. Uh, yeah, my mom, she was on one of her vacations. We were like waiting, come back, mom, come back. She didn't make it back. I'm very sorry for your loss as well, Tasha. It's a transition, but look, it's something that I mourned a year and a half before or so, because my father was pretty sure he was gonna die, within a couple years. So I sat there with him, took it in, cried, went outside, came back, took it in, talked to him again. I said, man, there's six of us. There's six of us on Earth, and now there's like five. One, two, three, four, five. Yep. But I mourned it all ahead of time. Your brother too? Yeah, her brother. Yeah, her brother, and she was very upset about that. She has another adopted brother, but he's in an institution, and he ain't getting out. Your dad's alive? Yeah, my dad's alive. Yeah, your father-in-law passed away in July. Sorry to hear that too. I'm glad your dad's alive. Yeah, my dad's alive too, but again, his hands and feet. He doesn't have very good use when he walks. It's kind of just luck. He has to like flop his dead foot down under his leg. It's kind of luck. He called me today though. He was like, "Hey, you need to go anywhere this week?" And I was like, "I'm busy this week, but yeah." Your mother-in-law is your best friend. Yeah. Yeah, I had two best friends and a wife. Contractually obligated to say I have a best friend and a wife. But one of them is gone. Yeah. He died across the street. I didn't know because his damn sister didn't tell me. Then she wants to talk and ask for money and be nice after. I'm like, yeah, you didn't tell me, yo. He got Parkinson's. Yeah. Yeah, my father's dad had all that kind of stuff. He lived on probably longer than my dad will, I guess, because of his generation. I don't know, but uh, quality of life definitely went down for him. Parkinson's, dementia, all this kind of stuff. A little bit. Yeah, your dad. Yeah, I understood that. I understood that. Yeah. I mean, but he's the one who's still alive. So that part's good, right? Yeah, I'm sure everybody, knowing how close I was to my mother, now a little choked up. But I'm sure everybody expected me to be devastated. Um, but I did already mourn the loss, before it happened. You're not crazy in your head. Attention seeker. Yep, yep. Never ending. That's why we're online. We're all attention seekers. That's you. That's all of us. We all want to be seen and heard, right? This is almost gone. Getting my soil together. Old, seasoned, used soil the way that I like it. It had landed sea guano, it had coffee grounds, it had everything in there. So now I just need, it's all dry. I have to break it up, put some water on it, but the water won't soak in right away. Getting ready. Just it's 211. It's 8% lager. There you go. Boom. There you can read it though. Yeah. Still reserved 211. I think I will. I need this other hand. Excuse me. We got this spicy Indian sauce a while ago. No, I don't boycott them, but I don't like it because it says rice, Tasha. Isn't that funny? I have a thing against that. I don't like it because it says wheat, barley, rice, or whatever the fuck it says. I don't like rice in my drink, dude. I like rice milk. That's it. I hate sake, like rice wine. I don't like beers or wines that are made out of bread, stuff like that. I like lagers, particularly. Although the Abbey Ale is, the traditional drink of the monks, but I'm just not into ale as much. Oh, I love sushi. I mean, I don't have any problem eating rice, but I don't like rice in my drink. There's a nutty roasted rice flavor that I can literally taste, you know? And I know other people can't taste it and they're not going to believe me, but trust me, I can taste. Cheers. I was vegetarian for a long time, so that helps taste. Woo. Yeah. But I know, but it's in the Budweiser. That's why I don't drink it. I don't boycott for like some culture war reason. Jesus, not in the culture wars. Silly stuff, man. They're also eternal. Like everybody wants us divided. I mean, in Africa, right? There's certain countries and tribes and everything. They call all kinds of like pounded root drinks and stuff like that, or they have all kinds of pounded root drinks and stuff. Taro root, I understand. Cassava, stuff like that. I don't like the flavor of stuff like that to drink. People say you're boring. Yeah, I get it. I know. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so yeah, there's always going to be the crew, of partiers or whatever. Black Label. Oh, Black Label's good. Yeah, I'll take that. Johnny Walker Black. Yeah, I'll take that. I don't drink liquor, but I do like that one. I just don't drink it because it's imbalanced. It's too much alcohol at once. I guess. What do I know? Just try to be even keel and reasonable in life. Not go overboard. Oh, Black Label's a local beer. Okay, right on. Yeah, well, Tasha, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you have them too because it's international. But the Johnny Walker, what are they? Scotch. Anyways, they're graded by the color of the label. You got red label that's a little lower, black label. You got blue label that's up. But your Black Label is a local beer. Cool. I wonder what it tastes like. Maybe like tires. You know what I mean? Like there's some bad local beers, man. Cheers. I have a favorite UK lager. I just can't get it here because our state is a Commonwealth, and they buy all their alcohol. So if I can get it, it'll only be every once in a while, and then they run out. I'm not dealing with that. I got to get with something consistent. You have it here. Oh, you do. Okay. 4:30. Just checking on my daughter. Time. Oh, you have Elephant. Is that what you have? Oh, that's the one I like. I'm sorry. The UK lager that I really like is Elephant. 9%, I believe it is. 5 miles from a craft beer. Yeah. From a craft brewery, or every time there's a craft beer around, you run 5 miles away because you don't drink or because they smell. See, that's what I was going to get to that. Oh, yeah, Johnny Walker. Of course. Yeah. It's international. Yeah, for sure. First time I saw Johnny Walker in my life was on a film, and it was a Philippine film. So they had Johnny Walker in the Philippines in the early 80s. So, you know what I mean? That's the first time I saw it. And that was Red Label. It's good. Johnny Walker's good. I'm a. There's two things I really like: brandy and a bit of bourbon. But brandy, I love. Yes, Tasha. Yes, my name is Joe. That's why I'm listening. Yes. But as far as brandy, I like the typical mulled wine brandy. Beautiful. And then, oh, banana brandy. Number one favorite of a liquor. Can I please excuse you? Sure. I'll excuse you in any direction. You want to leave? You need to be excused, or excuse me and I'll listen up. Either way. Pina colada and getting caught in the rain. Pina colada is delicious. I make killer pina colada with some what do you call it, cocoa stuff and pineapple juice. Yeah, I make good stuff. Good pina colada. You're tired, you need to go. Yeah, have a virgin colada. They're just as good, kind of. They're refreshing. Cheers. Always drink your coconut juice or whatever. That stuff's good for you. They sell it on every corner in Maryland in the back of trucks and stuff. It's so wild. Coconuts, fresh coconuts. Yours is a mocktail. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's good. I make really good pina coladas. I don't drink them. The coconut oil it bothers me in the stomach. I make really good white Russians, the best. What's the other one? Espresso martini. Three things that I make really, really nice. I don't like milk. Kind of messes up me for the white Russian, right? I don't like the coconut oil. Kind of messes up me for the pina coladas. But I can make them really well. See you soon. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll look into my email. Did I miss that on Saturday, or am I waiting? I mean, either way, I'll look, and I'll make sure I write down your address. See you soon. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't have any problem. I appreciate your company. I appreciate your company. Thank you. All right, maybe it warmed up again enough for me to take this coat off. I hate this coat. Excuse me. No, but I unlocked the door for her. Bye bye. Yeah, she's not home, but I unlocked the door for her. She'll be here. She wanted to come home from school today, really. She went to the nurse's office. I'm so glad the nurse wasn't there. It was an assistant, and the assistant called me, and she's saying she's sick. She didn't have a fever or anything. And I was like, nope, she needs to get back to class. She's not sick. She's bored because she's really intelligent, And she was sick last week, so not letting her miss any school. I know she's bored because she's too intelligent. I get it. I've been there, I guess. It's hard to get a challenge on a kid like that, in school to keep him engaged. She's just fucking smart. Maggie. Maggie's on, guys. I guess my wife's working tonight. I didn't think they really open on Tuesday, but I might be wrong. A little bit of the rest of my coffee. Oh, it's getting rough down at the bottom of the box there. Sometimes that happens. Bye bye. This is an empty one again. Shit. The 6-shooter. Don't mind that. Before the wind, before the wind. All the tobacco has to be shag cut now because they're being silly about the taxing it. Which is fine, but sometimes they all string together because they're shag cut. Let's go. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'm straightening up my bracelets there. Come on, come on. Whoa. Yeah, I guess I didn't get that far into it, Tasha, but all those people who say you're boring, I think it comes down to the fact that when they, then they smell bad. So they want everybody else to smell bad. That's what I think. That's just my honest take at the end. Like, what does it boil down to? To me, the so-called partiers do so much of this or whatever that they smell bad. That's why they want everybody around them to smell bad. That's my theory on that. Cheers.
No! What? What? No, 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 no! Gwendolyn,
What's
no!
up, Lady Sky? How you doing? How's it going?
Mommy went standing on the couch. Mommy!
Just doing a little afternoon.
Get out, miss.
Cheers. How are you? Oh, I'm great, man. I'm really great, actually, Lady Sky. I must say, my personal being, I'm going through stuff in life, but my personal being, personally, very great. I hope your all right gets better. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome. You're welcome. Just don't kick anybody out. It's cool to be a mod because you can go to other people's channels. You can share their channels. You can say click like. You can do all that good stuff. Just don't kick anybody out. I'll do that. I don't need police or sniper mods. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you for coming back again, Ladies Guy. It's awesome. I appreciate that a lot. Let's take it easy today. Yo, Anthony, back in the house, man. You come back from the store, bro? There you go. Look at that. Oh, I got some striation, man. I ain't no bodybuilder, but there you go. They don't have to wheel me up there yet, Anthony. I do get dehydrated, though. I do pretty bad. But that's okay. I need room for beer, bro. There's water in the bong. Actually, Anthony, I'm trying to work with my soil, right? And it's my old soil. So it's all dry and clumped. So I'm trying to get some moisture in that. But you see, it's my old soil. There's landed sea guano. There used to be earthworms, so there's a bunch of earthworm shit. There's coffee grounds. There's I got my filter stones and stuff. I believe in that. I believe in the old dirt. And what I'm gonna try to do once I get this back up, I gave my wife 7 seeds. I don't know what she's gonna do with them. Okay, but I kept one. I kept one. So I'm gonna work that soil here for the next couple of days. I'm gonna go ahead and germinate my seed over there. So actually, I think this is what I'm gonna do. You know how normally like paper towel, like you said, you could take a bottle of water, take the cap, fill it with a bit of hydrogen peroxide, drop it in, boom, boom, boom. You got a good mix. Good. But actually, what I'm gonna do this time, because one of the YouTubers, he said I use my Copenhagen tin or whatever, like the Copenhagen plastic dip tin. Well, I have one of those tins that is like a peach pouch, tobacco or whatever. So on the top, they got a pouch saver button, like a little window to drop in your pouches when you're done, so that you don't litter, basically. So I'm gonna take just the top where you normally would put the pouch, and we'll put in a couple drops of water and put in the seed, and then I'll look at it in a day or two, 2 days, and then once I get this soil up, I'm telling you, man, that's what I believe in. The aged and used. You know what I mean? Because look, what happens on the earth, man? It just gets older, right? Like they never fucking pull up that soil and put new soil down, do they? You know what I'm saying? Like think about it, right? They never go and say, "Hey, let's take a bit of earth up and then put in the new earth." So that's my shit over there. Whew. We'll have some Dutch friends. That's my shit. My daughter will be here any minute. Yeah, so I like to have it on my table so I can look at it from over inside, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna put it down on the ground so that it doesn't have the afternoon scorch. Because the thing we don't have, Anthony, and you probably don't either, is shade. Shade is just a building around here. So I'm gonna put it down low. Maybe not right there. Probably not right there because my wife has a cart, like one of those little shopping carts. That's where she wants to put her plants, so they're rackable and movable. So I can't put it where her wheel feet are, but I will put it down. It'll get early morning, except for that building. But we have a walkway. We have a building blocking us, but then we have a walkway. So they'll get early morning walkway. I got to look at that. How do I get that corner sun in? And I'll do it just for one ornamental plant, dude. Hungarian pepper. What up, kid? Your daughter's not here yet. My daughter's not here yet. It's not 5 o'clock. It's 4:47. She's gonna be here any minute. When she gets here, you can do that. Not your daughter, my daughter. I like the company, bro. I like the company. My setup was a whole thematic garden with, stone like decorative stones, little ornaments and things. But right now, I've folded all that into the dirt. Even though it used to be like a feature on the top, I folded it all into the dirt because that's the past. After it starts coming, I'll put some casing on top, casing like cocoa core on top, and then I'll build a new uh, environment, right? But the old environment, even though there's like a full on brush, like little broom thing in it, I shoved it all in the dirt. We're gonna grind it up. I got my uh, drainage stones all the way through. You know what I mean? I would love to grab some earthworms and throw them in there, but it remains to be seen. I could do that on a rainstorm here, maybe. But I love grabbing earthworms after the thing is established and has a root system because they can weave through and shit, shit, shit. It's all good. So I probably will. I'm just gonna wait. I just gotta let nature do that. Oh, there's your earthworms. I mean, things have been not easy. Some things are really like shifty, but everything has been on time. Everything has been on time. So I just got to keep going on that. Yo, they're awesome, aren't they? They're the best, bro. Get some land and sea guano, though. You know what I mean? Get some dry guano. Uh, but having the earthworms even better, because they eat their shit, and then they shit it again, and it's richer and richer and richer, and insanity. Those dudes are awesome. But I'll wait till they show up. They don't know. Right now, I got this dry, dead cake of dirt. They don't know there's a place for them yet. But everything has been on time. Like I'm saying, even the hard parts, the growing pains, everything's been on time. So I must be on the right path with all that. Chicken shit. Yep, 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 yep. Boy. Yeah, where I was from in Maryland, it was tobacco right there. As far as like when you get to the farms, it's tobacco. Now, tobacco smells like sweetness and a little pumpkin. It smells like a little pumpkin when you drive by or whatever. But then we would go to the shore where they have the chicken farms. Holy moly, that chicken shit smells terrible. What's up, kid? Rabbit pellets aren't offensive, but chicken shit smells terrible. Rabbit's okay. Nah, man, just the truth. Like when you're dealing with plants and shit, you got to put fertilizer. Oh, see, this is daughter. I'm sorry for context. But yeah, so you want maybe you want to use the chicken poop. I don't know, but the rabbit it doesn't smell bad. The chicken smells horrible. Yeah. Oh, it smells great over there. But I'll tell you what, man. Let's say I lived in Largo. Let's say across the way, Pointer Ridge. not very far. Pointer Ridge. They had tobacco farms. Man, we knew one of the biggest tobacco families anyway, you know what I mean? Over there. But anyways, they had tobacco farms. The thing is the workers. Uh to this day, a couple years ago I actually went back to my hometown after like 29 years and I went back. To this day, those motherfuckers from over there, from Pointer Ridge, where they used to work in the barn and talk to each other and just do hang shit up to cure, you can't understand a word they say. And they go to school. And I'm like, how do you get through school? I can't understand a word you say. Over here, where I moved, it was originally like the railroad guys that you couldn't understand, but they've been pushed out by, you know what I mean? Like everybody moved here, and they probably were like, oh yeah, whatever, fool. Like that's a lot of money for my land. So they've moved on, but everybody's got that industrial class of workers who only speak with each other for 10, 12 hours a day, and nobody else in the rest of the world can understand them. And then we have teachers and things, and like they all live on a hill. Boy, it's horrible for them, I guess, because when they get lunch, they're like, yeah, then you can have a phone meeting or whatever. So when they actually get lunch, and they're so removed from the world, that's why they say ivory tower as far as academia, the ivory tower. They're removed from the rest of the fucking world. That it's hard for them to have real lives, man. Teachers make sacrifices. Like my sister, who, we're both 46 until Saturday, then I'll be 47. My Irish twin sister. German, Italian, Irish twin sister, but no Irish in it. That was my wife's side. She was everything we weren't. Born in September, and I'm born in the spring. Irish and native, and I'm Italian and German, and everything that I'm not. Kind of cool. That's the way to go. Without burning the crop. That's what I'm saying. See, the chicken, that smell to me is offensive. Yeah, and I think that's what I would think is that when it's nice and fresh and spicy still, you know what I mean? Like when it's still effervescent, it probably burns the shit out of something, right? Turn it yellow, right? Yeah. It smells acrid. It smells acrid. That's the best word I got for it. But sweet shit that smells like pumpkin and cherry or bourbon or whatever, like tobacco and stuff like that. I love that kind of stuff. Man, even though I worked at the recycle center for a long time and they had a mulch, yard where they made mulch. You drive around there, pumpkin, pumpkin, you smell pumpkin, you go up there and like the piles are on fire by themselves and stuff. But out on the road, you're just like, there's a pumpkin. Pumpkins, apples, sweet shit, good shit. All right, guys, I do have to go. My daughter just came home. So the Thursday Danny Roadkill, that's the situation. He can't do it in the evening, so I think we're gonna record it and I'm gonna put it out in the evening. Thursday, that's the 10th, and then the 12th, I'll be live streaming on Streamyard so that people can come up and say hi and hopefully a little bit of happy birthday. And I'm gonna keep everything that I'm getting until then and open it on as gifts for my birthday. Have a great week, man. I'll see you on Saturday. Thursday is going to be pre recorded, it sounds. That's cool. Peace, peeps. I mean, if you guys are down to watch it, it's cool. If you're not, well, we'll do it different next time.